Hi there, my name is Joseph Badolato and I'm Executive Medical Director at Regence. We've been in the middle of this pandemic now for several months, and what we're seeing over especially the last month or so, is a pretty significant increase in COVID cases. A couple things as we move, as we get into the colder weather season. One of them is that it's also influenza season or the flu season. So we've got the flu that we have to be thinking about, and then also COVID. So those two viruses coming together could create a pretty significant issue with more people ending up in the hospital. And then also the colder weather is going to bring people indoors, especially with the holidays coming up, which means people are going to be in closer proximity to one another. Families and friends are going to be getting together. And so if you're around people that are outside your immediate family, you want to remember to, wash your hands pretty regularly. Make sure all those surfaces are clean in your place where you're meeting. Make sure that you wear masks when you're around folks that are not part of your immediate family. Social distancing, which means 6 feet or more. COVID fatigue is real, and there's several things going on that are leading up to and sort of being defined by what we're calling COVID fatigue. And it's a few things. One of them is people are living their lives differently than they're used to. And anytime there's a change in your life, even a small change like at your place of work or with your kids or things along those lines, that's hard enough. But what this pandemic really has done is it's made us live our lives differently. And that's a huge change for people. And it's not being able to interact with people that we used to, especially on a personal face-to-face basis. So it means missing school functions, it means missing weddings, it means missing funerals, it means not visiting a loved one who may be ill in a nursing home or at a hospital. And those are really difficult things. And us as humans have a tough time making changes in our life as it is. But this, I think more than anything, has really made it difficult for people, because change is hard, but this change is astronomical and it's unprecedented. But what people need to realize is that while this virus is serious and while we need to take the precautions I listed earlier, it's not something that you should allow to define your life. It shouldn't keep you from seeing friends, seeing family, going to events if you're able to. It just means doing things a little bit smarter. I think one of the most important things as people is human connections. And so while we may have events that are canceled, while we may have kids out of school right now, which is very difficult for both kids and parents in their own right, the number one thing we have to make sure we continue to do is reach out to our friends and family and keep those connections going. Because as people, that's critical to our mental health, to our well-being, and that's permanent. Human interactions is permanent. The virus is not. So people need to keep that in mind, that the virus is temporary. Our interactions with people are lifelong.